Call this meeting to order. Before we get, first of all, I'd like to welcome everybody here. Appreciate everybody coming out and being concerned about the business of the county and the direction we're going. And again, I appreciate you taking time out of the day to do this. Before we get started, I'd like everybody to stand. I'm going to ask my brother to stand for prayer and remain standing with this meeting.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for another day of life. We thank you for being the giver of life. Lord, we are a needy people, and as Jeremiah was building the wall, they all had a mind to work. So Lord, give us a mind to work and just do away with anything that would hinder, and just bring our county together, Lord, and let us, pray God, work together for the best of our own people. And it's an honor to live in this county, and we love our people, and we love, pray God, each one that's here today, Lord. And just let everything, pray God, be said and done, be accomplished, that it would be a help to each one of us, and we never fail to give you the praise for it all. In your name we ask these favors, in Jesus' name, amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before we get started, we're going to do an option of the agenda, but on item number 21, it says consideration of approval to pay Shane Lee's amount of $1,283.86 for installing security cameras. Those have already been paid for. We need to change that amount to $1,822.07 for security lights at the county garage.
How much is it?
$1,822.07. And then the next thing, we need to add a few things to the agenda. One will be consideration and approval to start legal processing to adopt Boomer Lane, Cleo Lane, GNC McIntosh Cemetery, and Plum Creek Road is the county road plan. We'll look at item number 30. Item number 31 will be consideration of approval to pay Hinkle for blacktopping of Straight Range Road in the amount of $25,662.91. And this was the last road program. And then number 32, we set the salary pay for the judge pro tem. What it made. Item number 33 is to do an announcement of the library board. We said that, but have to be voting on this. And number 34 will be paid for drug testing on county employees. And number 35 will be the second reading and adoption of the Recreational Trail Authority Board. And 36 will be the adjournment meeting. And I don't think I put a sign in the list out, but we have got Catherine here, if you want to talk about helping me. We'll do this based on how much time we've got there, but we'll bring.
Got some items to add to it too, Judge. You already got, I think on the recreational board, you got a copy in front of you.
Yeah.
I think that'd have to be the first reading because we made some changes to it. So item one will be consideration to approve the first reading of the Breathitt County Recreational Corporation ordinance. And the set the date of the second reading and adoption the same.
We already had a first reading.
He's got 36. Well, the way I understand it, you've got to have another first reading, is that correct, Rick?
You can make changes after the first reading, but it has to be published before you.
Right,
Has to-
7 days.
Changes have to be published before you can have the second reading.
Right.
So if that had been done, then you just have.
If there been some changes made, I'd like to take time and we'll look over, so we just go ahead and take number. We'll go ahead and take number 35 off and then leave the first reading off too until I can look over it and see what changes been made.
Okay. Next item we'd like to add is discuss concerning judge executive failure to execute proper paperwork regarding the installation of road signs honoring Mrs. Irene Moore.
Okay, say that again, I didn't catch the first part of it.
Discussion concerning judge executive's failure to execute the proper paperwork regarding the installation of road signs honoring Miss Irene Moore. Next item is an approval for recommendations for the Department of Rural and Municipal Aid for 2019-2020 RS Flex program.
You want to read that to me again, Don, I'm sorry, you said it.
Approval, recommendations to the Department of Rural and Municipal Aid for the 2019-2020 RS Flex program. Next item.
Is that for 19 and 20?
Yes. Next item is consideration of approval to classify Ms. Chrissy Banks at salary non-exempt at an annual salary of $34,070.40.
Salary pay at $34,000.
Yeah.
$70.40.
Right. Next item, consideration of approval for Joel Gross' appointment of Mr. Austin Tobby as part-time transport officer at the rate of $9 per hour, retroactive to August 9th, 2019. Next item, consideration of approval of the county coroner's monthly expense allowance of $300 which to be paid on the last payroll of each month, effective September 2019, pursuant to KRS 64.185, paragraph 3. Next item is consideration of approval to order the county's fiscal year 2019-2020 litter abatement funds to be utilized by the payment of county employees to pick up roadside litter at the regular working hours until all funds have been exhausted. Next item, consideration of approval of necessary budget transfers to cover the payment of 2 invoices totaling $30,212.91.
$212.
Yeah, $30,212.91.
And that was the budget transfer to do what now?
Transfer to cover the payment of 2 invoices.
Hey, what invoices?
And next item,
Have you got any paperwork for all this stuff, so we can have it, look at it, we'll vote on it?
I'd like
We
to
got all those
please
stuff
go
last
to
week.
Put it in there.
We ain't got something to look at. I'm not about for those stuff, too, the payroll and all that other stuff. Too much stuff added here, not have payroll, move forward.
Consideration approval to issue payment, Calvin Psalm for reimbursement for lodging expenses at the solid waste conference. Total of $470.64. Mileage, lodging, and per diem.
Okay, you got any paperwork on the rural road flex and all that stuff?
That's Calvin. Got some roads.
Have you, all right.
So, did you take the ordinance off? That's 35.
Yeah, 35, we'll take the second reading off, we'll take the first reading on here.
So I got 42 lines.
On the consideration approval of rural road flex fund 19 and 20, we've already been approved of the amount, but what we need on that is the road that y'all plan on doing repair on before we bring it up to approve anything on it.
Got a list right here.
Okay, where is it? I ain't got a copy of it. So this is your district, and this ain't got District 2 on it, all right?
This is the list that I gave you. That's what we got on.
Huh? Do one now, then you want to send on
Whatever's on that, that's what we're recommending.
Okay, the amount we're gonna receive is $254,927. You got amount per district, 85,000, that's $340,000, that ain't nowhere close. What each district's gonna get, I think it gets around 63,000.
That's pretty we come up with.
$63,731 for each district.
Look about 240,000, right?
No, that'd be for 254,927.
Thereabouts.
You take 85,000 times it 4, and you got 340. I think what you've done, you figured what road y'all want to do and got District 2 left completely out, because that comes to 255,000. So we'll take that off the agenda. Y'all get me your list together, and then we'll put it on, so 34, stretch it on.
Can you do it?
You guys can set the agenda right now, so you will have to take a vote to approve the agenda. So,
Well,
not
they-
not debating it right now, I mean, even the issues about if you're gonna add the road, the reading of the trails ordinance or not, will have to be, if you guys gonna adopt that to be on the agenda or not. So it's up to the majority.
Well, if they make changes, I don't want to sit here and go through, I mean, it's that thick, I don't need to go through it. Be here 30 minutes just reading it and not even have a look over it.
So you guys can vote on it. If you adopt that to be on the agenda, you guys can discuss it and adopt it at that time, or fail to adopt it at that time if you want to.
We're just changing the agenda right now, I have to do it.
Now's not the time to address any issues, it's just time to set the agenda, so. But if you vote, you're gonna have to vote to approve this agenda, and if you don't, then you'll go by the items that you guys accept will be on the agenda. You guys want to, you need to, right now, in adopting that, if you don't want, you need to state your reasons for not having it on there. You guys take a vote to adopt the agenda and go forward.
Well, what I'm saying, they ain't no need to put stuff in it on here that, gonna be debatable and go up for a vote.
Well, that's what we're here for, Judge. Everything's available.
And on this road fund, what you all done, you all completely left District 2 out, and you all just took all the money and divided it amongst 3 districts. I don't even think we need to even consider putting that on the agenda, what I'm saying. I'm gonna scratch it off the agenda. I'm going
Y'all
straight.
gonna have to adopt the proposed agenda before we can get started here, so it's either put it out there and you guys vote to adopt those items. If you vote to put them on there, then they're off the agenda. If you vote not to put them on there, they're not on the agenda. For all parties, you guys gonna have to adopt the agenda here before we can even get started.
I'll make a motion to adopt the agenda with the amendments that we've added.
I second that motion.
Well, which, I mean, you both added amendments, you're gonna leave them on. I tried to mark down the numbers here.
We have
What we've added.
written down his recommendations and we're written down our recommendations to establish an agenda, correct?
Okay, so
we've got,
you're gonna leave all those issues on there, even the ones
That's-
that you
that's the
that
motion.
you want to take off. You don't have to address them if they're put on the agenda or not, okay?
Okay,
So.
we don't have to correct it.
I mean, if it-
Okay, motion made by Ellis, second by Donnie.
aye.
Roy Darrell. Ray Moore.
Aye.
Ellis Changer.
Aye.
Motion carried. All right, first thing we got here, I need to open up for discussion. You got approval of minutes of regular meeting June 25th, 2019, special meeting June 28th, 2019, special meeting July 10th, 2019, special meeting August 10th, 2019, special meeting August 14th, 2019. Y'all can make a motion to approve them if you want to, but about 3 or 4 of these are still debatable. I know Frank made a ruling on it. I'm waiting to redo it, but I mean, y'all got to vote, I think you'll vote for it anyway, but, I just want to throw that out there. I think it's a shame to try to approve the minutes when y'all know it's in court and up for contesting.
I thought Mr. Fletcher already had addressed these.
He has, and I've challenged it, and it hasn't went towards yet, but y'all do what you want.
Judge has filed an appeal, and at this point in time, the circuit court judge's ruling is valid until court of appeals change.
It's valid right now, but I don't see why y'all want to approve the minutes knowing it's been tested, but that's up to y'all.
So the way I understood the ruling,
Motion on the floor to approve the
Mr.
minutes.
Fletcher ruled, I've got a copy right here,
Yeah, he did
that the
rule.
meeting was legal. We've got them on the agenda to approve them. It's like Mr. Miller said there, these pending appeal or whatever.
Right.
So why can't we go ahead and pass the
You
meeting?
you can conduct it, that's why we got such a term on this courthouse right now. But, motion's on the floor to approve the minutes, y'all want to approve them?
Motion.
Motion by Donnie,
Second.
second by Ray Moore. Roy Darrell.
No.
Ray Moore.
Aye.
Ellis Changer.
Aye.
Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Motion carried. Consideration approval of financial statement and reconciliation and appropriation of revenue condition report.
Motion. Second.
Ray Moore.
Aye.
Ellis Changer.
Aye.
Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Roy Darrell. Consideration approval of fund activity report.
Motion. Second.
Ellis Changer.
Aye.
Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Roy Darrell.
No.
Ray Moore.
Aye.
At this point, though, we didn't get there. You guys take a vote to approve the agenda. You never did. So, you need to adopt the agenda and go forward. Did you? Yeah, I missed it. I'm sorry, I apologize.
What was it?
Nothing. It's taken care of. Don't mean to confuse or
Okay.
matters.
Consideration of all, approval of all legal vendors claims.
Motion. Second.
Ellis Changer.
Aye.
Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Roy Darrell. Ray Moore.
Aye.
Donnie Bush. Consideration approval of budget transfer, inter-fund transfer.
Motion.
Second.
Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Roy Darrell.
No.
Ray Moore.
Aye.
Ellis Changer.
Aye.
Consideration and approval of the second reading and adoption of budget amendment number 3. Got that, Chris?
Ordinance relating to fiscal year 1920 annual budget and amendment thereof. Whereas the Breathitt County Fiscal Court has realized the unbudgeted receipts of the following funds be ordained by the Breathitt County Fiscal Court for the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Roy Darrell.
Aye.
Ray Moore.
Aye.
Ellis Changer.
Aye.
Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Consideration and approval of the first reading of budget amendment number 4.
Ordinance relating to fiscal year 1920 annual budget and amendment thereof. Whereas the Breathitt County Fiscal Court has realized the unbudgeted receipts from the following funds be it ordained by the Breathitt County Fiscal Court for the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
Motion. Second.
Ray Moore.
Aye.
Ellis Changer.
Aye.
Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Roy Darrell.
No.
Consideration and approval of payment to King Creek Drilling in the amount of $38,050 for test drilling service pertaining to FEMA GR number 4428. And these have already been, test drilling has already been done, and y'all approved to have it test drilled.
Can I say something, Judge?
Yeah.
This invoice for the 38.5 is for all the test drills we done for our brand new disaster. They've all been done. The next 2 invoices, which is Cedar Bend Road, it was left off due to we applied for emergency funding. We've never heard nothing, so I put it back on FEMA. Quicksand Creek Site 3, I found that site while we was up there doing test drills, so that was why that was separate. But all 3 of these need to be paid for.
Motion.
Second.
Who made the motion?
Ellis.
Who seconded it?
Donnie Bush.
Ellis Changer.
Aye.
Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Roy Darrell.
Aye.
Ray Moore.
Aye.
Okay, the next one is consideration to pay King Creek Drilling an amount of $1,190 for FEMA number 4428. That's the Quicksand Creek Site 3 that she found.
Motion. Second.
Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Roy Darrell.
Aye.
Ray Moore.
Aye.
Ellis Changer.
Aye.
Next one is consideration of approval to pay King Creek Drilling an amount of $1,190 for FEMA number 4428. That's Cedar Bend Road.
Motion.
Second.
Roy Darrell.
No.
Ray Moore.
Aye.
Ellis Changer.
Aye.
Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Motion carried. Consideration and approval to release bid bonds secured by King Creek Drilling for test drilling service back to the contractor.
Motion.
Second.
Ray Moore.
Aye.
Ellis Changer.
Aye.
Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Roy Darrell. Discussion of occupational tax update. Read it in here, but y'all had time to look over that. Y'all see in your packet. Think I got that now. Okay, last year, occupational tax, I think it generated right at $900,000. Since Bridget came on, she's been going out to businesses, been going out to these, work sites, collecting a license fee from them, and as of right now, we've already collected $747,830.04. And we still got a whole quarter to come in at the end of the year, and actually got the third quarter hasn't come in yet. So far in September, we've got $41,398.72. So the way it's going, I think we're gonna be well above, 1.3 million in occupational tax collection this year. I just wanted to give an update on it. I think that's remarkable numbers compared to the past. I just want to give a shout out to Breathitt on that.
The total of last year's,
Not right in front of me, I think it's right at one. It was right at one. It was either 997 or 1 point, a little over $1 million. But this year looks like we're on target to hit $1,300,000 the way we're going. So I think that's pretty good.
I think you deserve it right, $2 more on that. Done a good job on it.
I think y'all did put a $2,000 raise in her budget for her. I know she's getting the same pay that Lottie got when she was in there as a secretary, and she's doing that job, plus occupational tax officer job that Kay, I think, received her base pay was $41,000. Are we discussing update on this? Can we accept order of motion on that, Brendan?
It's a regular meetings.
Pardon?
It's regular meetings, so you can bring it up if it's under occupational tax updates.
Okay, Roy does want to make a motion to give,
Brings you $2 more on that.
to have a second. And again, I remind y'all, did put the money in there for her pay rate in your budget, $2,000. I'll second that motion. Ellis Cantor,
No.
Donnie Bush,
no,
Roy Darrell,
Aye.
Ray Moore.
No.
Motion fails. Consideration approved to pay KB EMS for return of 2019 and 20 ambulance service grant in the amount of $10,000. I tried to get some clarification on that. I guess McIntosh Ambulance had got that grant when they were in business. So now that they're not in business, I I guess McIntosh Ambulance need to return that grant back so we can return it to,
We have to pay. We're the fiscal court to pass through whoever the services that awarded it. Because they no longer exist, KP says it cannot be transferred to another agency, it has to be returned to them.
Okay.
And the letter from them requesting the money's in the
okay,
bank.
so we just need to make a motion to return the 10,000 back to the state and
Amen.
Second.
Donnie Bush,
Aye.
Roy Darrell, Ray Moore,
Aye.
Ellis Cantor.
Aye.
Consideration approval to pay interim mountain publish an amount of $441. Have a motion,
Please, that.
pardon?
It's obtained to.
That's printing the tax bills in the paper.
Yeah, I had a copy of that bill on my other agenda.
Says on here, notice of taxpayer.
Right. When Crystal first got it, she gave it to me and said Becky would have to pay for it because it was, taxes collected, this ain't nothing to do with the clerk's office, this is receiving the taxes that delinquent that need to be paid. Have a motion.
Motion.
Motion by Roy Darrell, second by Ellis Cantor. Roy Darrell. Ray Moore.
Aye.
Ellis Cantor.
Aye.
Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Consideration approval to establish a 2020 motor vehicle and watercraft property tax rate at 11.2 cents per hundred of excess value. I'm going to look back and see what it
That's
was.
not a change, that's the same as it was last year.
Motion. Second.
Ray Moore.
Aye.
Ellis Cantor. Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Roy Darrell. Consideration and approval to accept 2019 tax districting rates. See that in the packet, but how they compared to last year's tax.
There's an order in there, it's, all of the districts, pretty much that same,
Yeah. All the tax districts are in the, look on that, it's in there, all the rates. That's what it-
and just that you all are accepting the rates, you're not setting them, the tax districts set them themselves. You just have to acknowledge the receipt of them, so the tax bills can be printed.
Do you have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Roy Darrell. Ray Moore.
Aye.
Ellis Cantor.
Aye.
Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Consideration and approval to reimburse Breathitt County Water District in the amount of $274.88 for long distance phone calls. And what happened there, when their phone went down, they came over and found 3 lines on the board that was live, and they run a phone to the clerk's office, the sheriff's office, and my office. And didn't realize that was lines that used to go to the water district. And they didn't have long distance phone call service on them, so we need to pay Breathitt County Water District now $274.88.
Second.
Ray Moore.
Aye.
Ellis Cantor.
Aye.
Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Roy Darrell. Consideration and approval to pay Doug Pubic an amount of $300 for bush hog in Elkview. And this is not the bill from this past, I gave him Friday done, but he went up there and cut it again this time, but this is actually from the spring ride back in May.
Motion.
Second.
Ellis Cantor.
Aye.
Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Roy Darrell. Ray Moore.
Aye.
Okay, consideration of approval to pay Shane Neese an amount of $1,822.70. This is also a bill that was on the agenda that got turned down, that was done in either April or May.
Make the motion. You got the bill in your judge, 1283, I know you.
Yeah, that was Crystal, got the bill for the security one, that's already been paid.
This one's in the packet.
And I made did Breathitt not give you a copy when y'all came in?
Yeah, right here.
You don't, right here it is. And the 500 on to the 132207.
Yeah. Let's see, Donnie Bush,
Aye.
Warner, Ray Moore,
Aye.
Ellis Cantor.
Aye.
Consideration and approval for payment in amount of $289,844 to Worldwide Equipment upon receipts of the lease procedure from Magnolia Bank. And motion.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Anything else?
That to be paid all on the lump sum, is that on the new trucks?
It is.
It is.
Pay so much a month, pay one lump sum.
No, that's to pay Worldwide Equipment, and then we'll pay the interest payments on the lease to the bank.
Roy Darrell. Ray Moore.
Aye.
Ellis Cantor.
Aye.
Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Consideration of approval to spur payment in the amount of $16,775 to Walker Communication upon installation of the courthouse telephone system.
Motion.
Second.
Ray Moore.
Aye.
Ellis Cantor.
Aye.
Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Roy Darrell.
Judge, may I ask a question about that? Will we be able to get my phone line moved back up over to y'all?
They should have been everything. You're on the same line we're on, so I'm sure it is.
Just clarification,
I wasn't here when they done the bid on that.
The county does provide me a phone line, I haven't had it in like 2-3 months, so.
You ain't had it one
I know, but the problem is that every call comes through my private lines, which is fine, don't care, but AT&T would never set me up call waiting, so without that 3803 line, missing tons of calls in the county attorney's office and having people irate for a while when we first got that off, and they all know to call my number now, so if we get that fixed, it sure be appreciated,
I know.
more service to the people.
I'm sure it will be, and we'll make sure it is, but, I know the one phone company I talked to, he actually had a phone count, and, we get on what kind of service y'all get with,
He'll be here tomorrow to start, so if you want to kind of come over.
I mean, it's all patched in, they just need to turn it back on some way.
All right.
yeah, you got the same kind of line we got, they're just dead, you can't call them out,
Right.
period. Okay. Discussion of a 2/3 batwing mowing deck. I looked at getting a mower, we talked about, and I was gonna get like a 75 horsepower. John Deere, Kubota, they just don't offer a small tractor like that now with a side mowing deck, because they've had so many transmission busting and frame busting because of the weight, I guess, and vibration. I've looked and looked, I know the state's got some, there's, that which they selling and going out, but, this 2/3 batwing, it's, it'll have a 5-foot wing in the back, and, a 5-foot deck in the back, and then also a 5-foot wing that you can lay down, but you can actually keep it upright too, and cut, and I didn't order that one run by you all, but it's $12,000 for it, and we can just take, one of our side mowers stays tore up, that's something we can just take what we've got the attachment off and put it on the back and use it and go out front. This summer, and still right now, people are killing me on weeds. All right to cut it down low, and we got ours cut down low, but where they grow over it, just for a vehicle, and I've had crews out with weed eaters and blades on them, trying trying to do it, but we got one going today and hopefully the other will be going tomorrow, but we've had one stage broke down, so I'd like to, Breathitt County to invest in a 2/3 bat wing, that way we can leave it on, and then when it gets all through the county, then go and put the sidewall back on, because it cuts so cold. I want to run that by you before. But I think it will help tremendously on our weeds. I know before we just had a low tractor with a side mower, and it kept up better than what we're keeping up with the two lawnmower mowers.
They run them mowers every day.
Yeah, when they're running, got one running today, and
Got one broke down.
yeah, air conditioner went out the pressure over here tomorrow, right, Breathitt?
So it's still good.
He's been cutting, and he ain't cutting today. I just been trying to get the list of people calling where they trying to keep them out of the road. Town Hill over here, it was beautiful, and I had my old road 1-2 the other day.
About me around the lake, and the lake.
Yeah, that's where we already cut in about the last week, I guess, or a couple weeks ago, get the sure we right out the road. But if we had a bat wing, we could, those things are just so big and bulky and continue up trouble with the blade and thing on it, so I just wanted to make a motion to, go ahead and consider a motion to go ahead and approve order that, it's about 3 or 4 weeks out getting it anyway, but at least we'll have it and cut back and try to get all this stuff cut this winter and won't have that problem next summer.
Motion.
Ellis Cantor. Donnie Bush. Roy Darrell. Ray Moore. Okay. Next thing on the list is that consideration and approval of the first payment of $302.50 for John Holland for expense and reimbursement related to annual sheriff conference and charges against invoices against sheriff program. Donnie Bush. Roy Darrell. Ray Moore. Ellis Cantor. Consideration approval of the Breathitt County Sheriff's Office second quarter report. You don't have any packets there? You have a motion?
Motion. Second.
Donnie Bush. Roy Darrell. Ray Moore. Ellis Cantor. Okay, consideration resolution pertaining to KLEFPF for Breathitt County Sheriff's Office. I didn't see no paperwork in that. To doing that, I looked that up. This is if you got a deputy that does 40 hours training, receives $4,000. For 40 hours training hours. This is something that is not mandatory either.
Yes, it is, Judge. It's mandated by the state.
To take part in it?
Well, if you're certified officer, if you keep your certification, if you have to have 40 hours per year. And it's no cost to the county or the state like that.
Okay, so it is something that's mandatory?
Yes.
Okay, they want no paperwork in here.
If you're certified there.
Okay. So it is mandatory by the state, and the state pays the.
Because the county.
Okay. I didn't understand what it was, and that's why I questioned that, was it mandatory or not, but I couldn't see where it said it was mandatory.
Second.
Roy Darrell. Ray Moore. Ellis Cantor. Donnie Bush. Consideration approval to pay Hudson Computer for invoices past due in the amount of $52.70. I had a question on that. I didn't have, or I ain't got invoices in this, but maybe y'all got it in yours. The only thing I've got in mind is the two Hudson bills. I don't understand, on the bill is, because it says leftover balance from invoice 1069, leftover balance for $400 for 1070, leftover balance for 1071 for 400, leftover balance for 1076 200. Then it's got an August invoice, 1080. I don't see that one in the packet. And then September invoices for 1741, that's the only one I've got in here. I think without an invoice to see why it wasn't paid, and got $300-400 balances and a $200 balance. But the key thing here is I don't see no PO number for any of these. So I would recommend before paying this to check the PO and see why he was shorted $400 for 3 different invoices and $200 for another invoice, and see what the August invoice is.
Just for your other purposes, that $400 you're asking about, those are late fees. If you start with 1069 and go down, that's April, May, June, July. Those are it turns in an invoice every month. And I know at least April, May, and June, you know, it was in August that we paid.
You wouldn't pay anything for recreational.
Why was it not paid? Did he charge $400,
Those were the
late fees?
Those were the ones that was contested in court.
You pay them.
I refuse to pay them. I ain't never refused to pay a bill in here, I know.
You refuse the meetings we
I
had.
bring a motion up to pay bills, and you all want to do, you said we done it in a special meeting, or done it in another meeting. I have never refused to pay one bill since I've been in office.
Get back to the
Well, getting back to what you just said, I have never refused to pay a bill. So I'm gonna say I didn't pay the bill.
Matthew was not paid during those meetings, that was the point I was making.
Yeah, no, your point was making, you said I wouldn't pay them. I don't pay the bills, you all won't pay the bills.
You wouldn't recognize, we can vote to approve it if you don't sign the check, they don't get paid.
That hasn't happened.
What happened?
Y'all said you paid them in another meeting, so don't
You
sit there and
refused to
say
pay.
I paid it, huh?
We
Don't
approved.
start that.
I'm gonna make a motion, to pay the man, 57.
So y'all finally give them $1,000 late fees for 4 months that you all refuse to pay them. Don't say I refuse to pay them.
If you don't approve the minutes of the meeting, we have, we approve the pay, how's you gonna get paid, Judge?
Ellis Teachers, Donnie Bush,
Aye.
Roy Darrell. Consideration approved advertising bid for FEMA project, number 4358 and number 86 and PW number 47 rail time job.
Motion.
Ellis Teachers, Donnie Bush,
Aye.
Roy Darrell, Ray Moore. Okay, here's where it gets interesting on, number 3. Consideration and approval to start legal processes to adopt Boomer Lane, Well Lane, GM McIntosh, Cemetery, and Plum Creek Road into the Raleigh County Road Plan.
Motion.
Roy Darrell. Ray Moore. Ellis Cantor. Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Consideration of approval to pay Hinkle for Straight Range Road in the amount of $25,662.91.
Second.
Ray Moore. Ellis Cantor. Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Roy Darrell. Consideration of approval to set the pay for Judge Pro Tem Charlotte Bailey. And this is something that you already actually get to court, because this is something that's mandatory that you all do instead of pay. And then another thing to go along with what's happening, I guess we've got a copy of where Charlotte has been off work I don't know who or how, I'm gonna find out, but her insurance has been canceled.
She's no longer an employee after June 30th.
That's your opinion of it, Donnie. She was an employee, I give her a different position, you know, I went,
You lost-
Frank grew it in a court meeting and changed her
lost the
position
court.
from that.
You lost
But
the
she
court.
is a judge pro tem, but she's already been sworn in office, and you need to set a pay.
Well, according to KRS 68-300,
45,000.
according to KRS 68-300, any expenditures in excess of budget fund is void and illegal. There's nothing budget for recharge pay in the budget.
You've been on board long enough, you know how to manage the budget, so. Roy Darrell makes a motion to set her salary at $45,000 a year. Do we have a second? I'm gonna second that motion. Ray Moore,
No.
Ellis Changer,
No.
Donnie Bush,
No.
Roy Darrell.
Aye.
I vote aye also, the motion failed. Now we need to open up for discussion, Brandon.
Judge, you took a vote. Why you want to
I'm
discuss
talking to
it?
Brandon. What's their plan? What do they do? Do they go ahead and file suit to get to court to have it?
That's statute, you have to set a reasonable salary. That's what I advise each of you each time. So at this point in time, if there's not a salary set, I mean, are you planning on doing that, Judge? As far as
It's already done. If they ain't gonna set a salary, I'm just gonna charge it. For them to set their pay.
You've already filed a real maintain certain quarters.
Next thing on the list, the library board. They have sent the paperwork in.
Need to make a motion, set her time.
They have appointed Karen C. Griffin as a library board member, and also Harold L. Holbrook. We don't need to vote on it, we just need to acknowledge that it's okay for them to sit on the board. They said the form, we just approved it. Have a motion.
Say that again, Judge, I will let.
I don't even think that's how it was, I guess I just need to announce it, it says, so. Harold,
Are you appointed to the library?
Yeah. yeah, so we don't vote on it, we just need to announce it. that it's happening.
Second.
You gotta have both.
Got
Yeah, you just recommend them, and the fiscal court approved the recommendation.
Okay. Do we have a motion or not?
Who was it, where are they?
Harold. Harold L. Holbrook and Karen C. Griffin.
Motion.
Bill King.
Aye.
Donnie Bush. Roy Darrell. Ray Moore. Pay invoices, that's already been done. Okay, consideration and approval to pay for drug testing for county employees. Do we have a second?
Is this in the past or in the future, or we don't know?
This is in the past.
What we've already
That
done?
hasn't been paid.
That ain't been paid?
It's been about 3 months now, or longer. We've got county employees that, ain't said anybody failed a drug test, but I've got employees that I can't allow in come anything to do with county equipment, and it's killing us over at county garage. And again, I know I heard y'all want to make comments that it's illegal drug test. In my opinion, the only thing about illegal drug test is you take it before you drug test it. That's just my opinion.
Got something called HIPAA law, Judge.
All right, I got a motion by Roy Darrell to pay for drug testing. I'm gonna second that motion. Ray Moore,
No.
Ellis Changer,
No.
Donnie Bush,
No.
Roy Darrell. Now I'm gonna look for discussion. What's HIPAA law got to do with paying for drug tests?
You know what HIPAA law is, Judge?
Tell us.
You can't,
Tell us, what
you
is it?
can't make the results public.
They haven't made public.
You make it public to a few individuals.
What's the consequences? I don't know, why would you say I made it public? Who did I make public?
Who have you got, sideline over? Who's
I
your
ain't
name?
gonna, you ain't gonna
Didn't
take me to say the
you
name.
tell us a few names there, we told you to hush in your office one day?
What's done in
Mr.
executive,
Miller was
what's done in executive session stays in executive session.
How come it was all over the county there the next few days?
I'd say we got a lot of loose tongues, in my opinion.
Well,
They knew,
I
they
didn't
knew,
know the
some of them knew.
results. You did, I didn't.
It was all over
Who knew?
town, and one of them failed a drug test, before
Where that
the
information
drug
come
test was
from?
done.
That come out of your mouth.
You don't you say that.
How did I know that? How did
Something might have
anybody?
been said in executive session, Donnie.
How did
You
anybody
can't
know?
go, you can't come out of executive session and tell me you're.
I took drug test after drug test over the years, Judge, and nobody knew how I tested. But
Why
you took
would you-
one
why-
test, and the whole county knew it.
Do what now?
You took administered one drug test, and half the county knew it.
Had the county do what?
Who failed it? Who passed it?
Don't
They
blame
shouldn't
it
have
on,
done an
don't
issue,
blame
you
it
shouldn't have brought
on
that
me.
up.
Don't blame it on me, don't say it on me.
There's a procedure in the administrative code for a person to be appointed to receive those results and to deal with the people who are tested. So going forward, that needs to be followed.
And then to go right along with this, I don't know what I need to do now. I want you to go ahead and amend the budget to put money in for drug testing.
As long as it's done legally. As long as it's done legally.
Correct, that's the whole issue.
I
Legality.
want to make a motion, I want to consider a motion to amend the budget to your drug test. Do we have a second?
Are we gonna do it the way the state and everybody else do it, or you just?
Absolutely, you can't go
Keep
by
it cheap.
average, y'all.
The way your
Because
policy-
y'all had Breathitt County Health Department as the holding results, they don't even do drug testing any longer. So,
I think you ought to develop a policy first before you.
I think the fiscal court as a whole needs to amend that policy because we have been advised that the health department no longer oversees that, and that's what the code says. So you guys need to develop a process for that that's followed to a T by any drug testing. And you can,
I want to make them, go ahead and make it a whole lot easier and simpler, and, almost every county uses it. All district courts use it, circuit court, just to go ahead and adopt the state, drug testing policy. Come with a Kentucky drug testing policy.
you'll have to, what you need to do is amend the code, you guys, to, if you're gonna do that or whatever you're gonna do, amend the administrative code, give that to the employees so they're put on notice.
All right.
But you probably, you can set up a work group and have a special meeting for that, or something along those lines, but it should not be something that's just talking about. Go ahead and do it, and get everything straightened out.
Okay, moving on, and, discussion, can't read what I wrote down.
Next one was on the trail.
Discussion of, me signing paperwork for hiring more,
Not Judge, the next one was on the trails board, I think there was.
I got 37 in
Some of
that
you
one.
marked them off, and some of you didn't, but it was proposed and.
37 was hiring more, and 38 is,
Recreation board.
Trail board.
Before.
You had the recreation.
Oh, we've already skipped, okay.
Yeah.
Second reading on the recreational trail board.
If you guys aren't gonna take any action on that, so be it, if you put on the agenda.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve it.
The second reading?
Consideration approval of reading of the Breathitt County Recreation Board.
Your motion, your agenda item is to redo the first reading.
Right.
And just for clarification, the treasurer had sent me over an ordinance yesterday to look over, which I did, and I've returned to him, so you guys need to look at that. That's the ordinance, I believe it authorizes that basically a governmental entity board under 65A be set up, and also to have a private corporation set up under that statute, which is legal. I researched it yesterday to administer that, set the board, which one, you'll have the judge as one member, and one magistrate as another member, and the rest of the members will be submitted by the judge, elected by the board, or approved by the board, that have to do with recreation.
I think the problem was, the first ordinance had the first reading on it, it just said draft at the top, it wasn't on fiscal court letterhead or nothing.
So
I think the first one we done was what,
Said draft.
Jennifer had sent over, and then they had changed some language in it. And again, if y'all wanna take time to go through all this, if you're making a motion, but
This,
your motion is on down there that you made about the trail.
Yes, Judge, on your agenda, item, you had back-to-back agenda items. This was your last one, and this was Mr. Bush's first, basically, both about this ordinance. That's what I have done.
Okay, I got second reading, I got it on down there, but it don't make no matter again. Are we going? And then I said the second reading on recreational trail board, and you made a motion to accept it, Donnie?
which one do you?
I made it, consideration approval of the second reading of recreational trail board.
Are you discussing the one?
So that.
And you made a motion to,
That agenda item, if you guys don't want to address it, or you want to vote it down.
and Donnie made a motion to.
I was talking about,
Accept it.
I was talking about this one right
You're
here.
on number one.
Right. You was talking about another.
And you added yours to it after I added mine to it.
Yeah, that's right. So you're discussing yours right now, correct?
So that's number 35, that's what we on. Second reading of recreational trail board authority. So you don't want to discuss it, okay? Consideration motion accept second reading, do we have a motion? Do we have a motion? Motion failed. Motion down, make it a second.
Did you read this other one here, Brandon? You signed off on it?
Yeah.
And I've never seen it, so let's take time. If we need to take time to go over every, I wanna go over every line of it. I mean, I don't know what you all have changed compared
This
to
will
the
be the first reading.
Huh?
This will be the first reading, why don't we just go ahead and vote on it, and that way you look it over before the second reading.
All right, go ahead and read the whole thing and, I have to do that, I mean, if we know what's been read, we'll read the other.
Read the whole thing, just read it.
Authorizing the establishment of the Breathitt County Recreation Corporation, a nonprofit public properties corporation, having the authority to acquire and develop land tracts capable of supporting an array of varied recreational facilities and to devise programs for, manage, and oversee such facilities as an instrumentality of Breathitt County Fiscal to encourage community and economic development to benefit citizens of Breathitt County and the region. Whereas the members of the Breathitt County Fiscal Court, Breathitt County, have determined that the interests of their constituents are best served by joint and cooperative action to provide cost-effective, high-quality community recreational services to improve overall community health conditions, protect and enhance the natural environment, and stimulate the economic competitiveness of the county and the region. Whereas the support of existing partnerships with the Appalachian Forest Project and the University of Kentucky Cooperative Extension Office, Breathitt County Fiscal Court seeks to develop an initial project, the South Fork Elkview Area Project, as an ecotourism job creation venture and subsequent projects in a strategic manner at other sites of Breathitt County. And now therefore, in consideration of the existing economic conditions and opportunities, current partnerships, mutual promises and covenants contained herein, be it ordained by Breathitt County Fiscal Court, Commonwealth of Kentucky, and so on goes as follows. You read just articles.
Yeah, do that, and we'll take time to go over. it.
Article 1, authorization to create a corporation. Article 2, purposes of the agency. Article 3, board of directors. Article 4, agency effective date. Article 5, creation, organization, board terms, and powers of the agency. Article 6, fiscal policy and audit, budget, procurement, open meeting records, reporting, funding, compensation, expenses. Article 7, termination of agency, disposal of property. Article 8, grants, loans, bonds, and other financing obligations, not general obligations, or indebtedness of parties, no personal liability.
then on the next part of it, you got notice of incorporation with Breathitt County Regional. Is this something that's already been filled out and sent in, or it's got my name and Lonnie else on it? It's all been done in president. Why would you not have all the master's names listed on it, through the Recreational Agency Incorporated?
I guess all.
The language of the ordinance requires three incorporators, two magistrates and a judge.
And the way y'all got it set up right now, you just gonna go ahead and, put me and Ellis on it? And then have y'all got it set up? But I bring the names to the board, I bring the names y'all to vote on.
Yeah, there's 5 in there, Judge, that you bring the names
I thought I brought all names.
to. 7-member board.
I thought I brought one magistrate and five people.
That'll be for the.
They took it on themselves, they went ahead and added Ellis Changer. Name,
Just
I don't know,
incorporate.
they can-
Incorporated, that's nothing to do with it. Who's on the
Board of
board?
directors.
I'm over here on the board part. And I also bring a master too. As it says, the county judge, would bring the designated Breathitt County
All I
master
read,
to
all I
five
read in
division
the board,
court.
and correct me if I'm wrong, all I read in the board was the judge and magistrate. And they had the magistrate as an incorporator to incorporate the private entity after this thing is adopted.
The way I understand, there's 7 board members. A magistrate, the judge, a designated magistrate, and 5 people, citizens that the judge
Right.
appoints, subject to their approval.
So I bring the designated master and five. Yeah.
But there's gonna be a designated magistrate.
It's, the original ordinance from Taco specified that he appointed the 5 citizens. On the magistrate, it just says, the way I understood it is that the court as a whole designates that, but he has control as far as nominating the 5 citizen members as well.
I think the magistrate, we'll look over that and do that in the, when we do a second reading. Do we have a motion to approve the first reading of the new updated Breathitt County Trail Authority?
Motion.
Second.
Ellis Changer,
Aye.
Donnie Bush,
Aye.
Roy Darrell, Ray Moore.
Aye.
Next one is in consideration, discussion and concern to sign paperwork for Ray Moore.
Right. Start the road sign, honor Miss Irene Moore.
And a motion,
Motion.
and a second.
We've approved everything. The way I understand, the highway department is waiting on your signature.
He on the way.
No way, put the signs up.
Ray Moore made a motion for me to do that. Do we have a second?
Second.
Roy Darrell.
So you ain't got a problem with it?
Roy Darrell.
No.
Aye.
Aye.
I ain't got no problem at all. I even sent word to him that I was ready to move whenever. I think it's a good thing too.
Why don't you sign
I guess I probably need it from you, Mr. Donnie Bush.
it? What?
I probably need a copy of it to sign it on. Have you got a copy of it?
You know
If
what?
you do, you need to give it to me. All right, approval. in consideration of rural roads and flex program for 19 and 20 road plan flex program. And, before we start on that, a flex program is for each district to break it up as even as you can to get, same amount of blacktopping and road repair in each district. 2 meetings ago, I told y'all I'd like to have y'all get your list together, give it in to me, so I can look over it, and get with Hank and try to get an estimate on it. Equal it out to around $63,731. I think, we got one bill here to pay. Ellis Venture has
4,500.
45.
45.50.
Yeah. And I actually think that ought to be part of your flex fund for this year. Okay, that's my opinion. That's all I'm giving, is my opinion. But what I'd like to do is for y'all to get, 4 roads that you really like to consider having repaired, and, let me kind of balance it out and make sure it gets divided, each district the same amount.
I'll make a motion to accept the roads submitted.
Do what now?
I'll make a motion to accept the roads submitted to you, the list.
You would sit there and make a motion to spend right at $255,000 in 3 districts, and just pick District 2 out of it.
I'll make a motion to accept the roads submitted.
How can you sit there and make a motion to do that, Donnie? There are 4 districts, you all ain't here to represent, not just your district, but the whole county. I'm up here to represent the whole county, and I think it would be a shame for you boys to sit down there and even consider dividing $255,000 worth of blacktop up in 3 districts.
I'm not the master, but no other district was number 1.
I didn't say you were, but you ain't worried about District 2 or District 3 or District 4?
I'm not the master in District 2.
I didn't want to ask you. I don't see how you could even put that on the table.
I don't see how you do a lot of stuff. We ain't got all day discussing it.
Another remark like that, whoever's in here sniggering, you all be took out of here. We in here to discuss business, and that's what we're here to do. How do you feel about it, Roy Darrell? You turn in the road? I mean, it ain't been put up for a vote yet. Donnie did have enough, or not enough backbone to go ahead and make a motion and put it in, to make a motion.
I made a motion.
That's what I say. And I don't see how you could even do that. But you did. And again, I think that's a disgrace to the whole county. And I don't know if your people in your district would feel that that's a fair thing to do. I know they got potholes and need repaired, the whole county does.
I've got to leave some out since you've been judged, and then your match is sitting here in my district.
I ain't tried to look at your district.
Well, maybe that's, maybe we need to look at it.
I've looked at all districts as being my district. I haven't done not one thing, or shunned any district in any way to, maybe I ought to be doing some stuff to get back, but I'm not that kind of person.
Get back. We're saying about getting back.
The way I've been treated.
Since January 7th, my district got less than any district in the
If
county.
I was a master, I'd rather have your district, any district here too. You got more back. Yeah, he's the only one that had got a list, I got wrote down in there, from John 11 Creek. It was the second part of, Dean Lane. Joe Little Creek, Joe Little Ford.
Second part on here, is looking at, that's the more.
I think 3 year road was one they done half of last year, or this year. What I consider y'all doing is table this. I didn't see anybody even second it. And, get me a list together, and let's balance this thing out best we can, to take care of the whole county instead of taking care of 3 districts and Sean in one. I just don't, that's not the right thing to do, in my opinion.
I think all Donnie's doing is trying to list his road there, what he can.
Y'all know what you're doing. Y'all got 20 roads down here, and y'all divide them up at 85,000 feet.
If you guys got a list, you need to put it on the list. We're not, he's not.
That's what I'm saying.
Do that. I mean.
Donnie made a motion to accept this list and take her off his list.
I
You guys got your list.
These road fixed, that's why. Like I said, I'm not the district number 2. My district has got less, and you've been judged in any district in this county. Go back there and ask Breathitt Banks back there. She
I
pulled it
don't
back.
have to ask. If I was a master, I'd rather have your district. You got better roads than anybody. You got
I guess
more
I don't
blacktop
need
roads,
nothing.
you got more blacktop
I
roads.
don't need nothing.
You had less damage done when the flood came.
I've got,
But we're in here,
I've got a road repair that we adopted there. The boy can't get to his house. The bridge's been washed out since back in spring.
where we at?
1490, George McIntosh Road.
Where at now?
Johnson Fork Road, 1490.
It's GC.
You know where it is?
GC McIntosh Road.
That's the one that's on that list.
Can't even get to
It
his house.
ain't even a county road plan, is it?
It hasn't been.
We just addressed it today.
Yeah, well,
We can't get nothing.
Why are you telling me, you want me to go over and fix it, so you can run and tell Mike to go ahead and arrest him, he's over here working on private property? Don't give me no nigger,
Judge, you don't need to be saying that.
it's a shame,
Okay?
it's a shame.
What? Brandon,
My gosh, man.
I'm running this meeting,
you can't talk about investigation of your fiscal report, okay? Just leave it like.
I'm talking about what he want me to do in this.
No, you can't.
That's pretty low, pretty low.
You can say what you want. It is low.
Yeah, it is, I agree.
But I'm gonna make a motion to table this, flex fund recommendation till everybody gets it in. Let me look at it, give it to you all, and see which one y'all think is the worst. And,
Judge, we had a motion, is there a second to that motion?
I second.
no,
Donnie's motion. Donnie has a motion on the floor. It's not
Donnie's made a
second.
motion to accept the 20 roads that they turned in for District 1, 3, and 4.
Well, Darrell second,
No,
you said I second.
I actually put another motion on the floor before we go into this one.
I'm gonna second it. You guys can add these roads to your list or whatever, right? I've got my roads that I was,
Okay. Back up, let me make sure I understand this right.
In fact, you already had this turned in already done.
We don't even have to do flex this year, we can hurry it over next year. Y'all did last year, didn't you?
But you gotta have your roads turned in for
We gotta have
recommendations to
things
get your
documented.
resolution back, so you'll be approved for the roads.
we don't.
That's what the hurry
Where's the
is.
money?
Okay, so let me make sure I'm hearing this motion right. You're making a motion to accept this and let Roy Darrell turn his roads in, and then approve it? Is that what the motion is?
Then you gotta get your estimates.
Then
After you,
what you can do, you can take the road you wanna fix off this and turn them in.
Some of them might have.
These are just extra.
This just
I turned in
recommendations.
I turned in 7 roads, 2, 4, 7 roads, and I know.
Because when Reuben gets
Three
asked
or
for
4 of them won't
drainage,
get nothing.
yes,
we might not even have the money to do it. We gotta know what money we got. And that's just a recommendation.
That's
on
just
that list.
recommendation.
Yes, we just got $254,927, I understand that. Why
yeah.
would you go ahead and put 85,000 for each district, and that's what I'm clarifying. Roy Darrell's gonna turn his district in, and then we're gonna narrow it down and vote to accept those roads, right?
Like I said, we got,
You got the
Gotta
flex
get it turned
recommendation
in.
plus Roy Darrell district, right? Is that what you're saying?
where's your roads?
Huh?
Turn anything wrong there?
Yeah, he turned it in to me like I asked y'all 2 months ago.
Where's that lead?
I ain't got the order list, but I'll submit it to the judge
He's
list.
got a term, but if you, are you all, I mean, I'm kind of confused.
I
What
would,
you're saying
I
as
wouldn't
well.
want
If
more
you're-
than my share. That's all I'm saying.
If you're gonna come back and include those roads in this whole thing, or whatever you're gonna do, then if you're gonna do that today, then you need to get the list of roads, you know, what?
Yeah, so we got to go grouping, we ain't going, you know, figure the tonnage and all that, so we get everything submitted, turned in, get the money.
Right.
That's what I'm saying, I'm just clarifying this motion is for Roy Darrell to add his road to it, and then give us Ruben and give an estimate to, and go ahead and mark that bottom line out, you got amount per district, 85,000. We ain't gonna get $340,000. The way y'all got 85 per district, it's
385,
three
not
districts.
340,000,
Huh?
3 times 85.
No, three, that's right, we got 4 districts, that's what I'm saying, we need to mark that out. We need to mark that bottom line
Oh, he's
completely out.
5485, I see.
So then how the motion is to consider the road that you all turned in plus Roy Darrell
Just make the
District?
list, they wrote there, give you the name of the roads he wants to put on that list right now.
Okay. We'll go
Why
ahead.
can't we do that?
We can. Mr. Joe Liverpool, right?
So, we got the Stafford Park, Stafford, things,
Go ahead, Jared, go forward, Stanford forward.
and we got the legal mine up there. Second. That's what we will have it done. Don't know what the rest of it.
You're gonna take Hayes for a couple days again this year too, ain't you?
Joe Liverpool, I got 3 of them, what was the other one?
3.
3, Stanford, Stephen, and Joe.
That's 3.
Russ.
Okay.
That's how you want, that's how you want to run
That's all what there is. We got that budget, you put $2,000 on the road, you can't tell where you get there.
So y'all go ahead and add that to your list, Joe Liverpool, Stanford Fork, and Deaton Lane. Made a motion and Neville Tinker seconded. Ray Moore. Neville Tinker. Johnny Wood. Roy Darrell. $39 is consideration and approve to put Bridget Groves on salary. For $34,070.40, is that right?
Yeah, it's the same pay, but she's getting early.
Bridget wants all the salary.
Motion. Second.
Roy Darrell. Ray Moore.
Aye.
Neville Tinker.
Aye.
Johnny Wood.
Aye.
Consideration and approval for the jailer to hire Austin Tommy for transport officer for $9 an hour. Backing up to August the 9th of 2019.
Yeah, he's already appointed.
Have a motion.
Motion.
Second.
Ray Moore.
Aye.
Neville Tinker.
Aye.
Johnny Wood.
Aye.
Roy Darrell. And with the next in approval and consideration for the coroner to be paid 300, that's all I got. How would that, maybe we need to,
You get, the next one is corner expenses, $300 monthly expenses, pursuant to 74-5 subsection 3, is that right?
effective September 2019.
Was that already in the budget?
Last payroll each month.
Was that already in the budget?
There is.
Huh?
There's nothing in salary line to cover. Yes.
We have a motion. Go on to the next one, Diane make a motion. Consideration and approval of litter abatement fund 2019 and 2020 for county employees to work after hours. On litter abatement fund program.
Motion.
Second.
Bill Changer,
Aye.
Donnie Bush,
Aye.
Roy Darrell,
Aye.
Ray Moore.
Aye.
Consideration and approval to pay Hinkle in the budget transfer for $30,212.31. What is that?
That's the budget transfers to cover the different numbers. But if they only approve the one, just vote to transfer the amount of one.
It was 25.
So approve that, and then 25, need.
25, 680.
Well, you didn't. I mean, I've been paying for that one, I didn't approve it.
45, you approve the 25.
The 25 is what you approved.
Yeah.
So whatever they approve, they need to vote to transfer the money, approve to transfer the money.
25,000. 662.91.
Motion.
Second.
25,000.
Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Roy Darrell.
Aye.
Ray Moore.
Aye.
Ellis Changer. Ellis Changer. Ellis Changer.
Need to have both of those there, 25 and 45.
We can have it on the agenda,
That's what it's read.
We already addressed 45.
I don't even have a bill for 4,500 in here.
I
Aye.
gave that to you, Coach.
I got
Yeah.
25,000.
I gave you both of them.
I got to,
Oh,
but it's 25,000, both of them same, okay, got it.
no, both of them here, in there, in your desk. Where's your both
Go
of
right
them?
there when I brought this here.
There it is. Remember, they had to do it while they were over there, so we could get it for a cheaper amount. They had to go back and
Yeah.
haul the equipment all the way from the log yard, they charge us $100 more a ton.
Hey, how we gonna do that when we get, where we didn't have it on the bill?
It's a regular meeting, you just make a motion.
Can we add that to it, where we didn't put it in there, we adopted the agenda?
It's an open meeting. It's a regular notice meeting, it's not a special meeting, so you've got, other things
Can we
about.
go ahead and add the 4550 along with that? One thing after we adopted the agenda?
What you're gonna have to do is go back and make the motion, because you've already had a motion and a second, and.
Well, I guess my motion
We'll
was,
vote on it.
I guess my motion, I did say $30,212.31.
Yeah, what I wrote down was $30,212.91.
That's what I just read.
So that's.
I didn't have an invoice in there, but I guess I got double the 20.
I make that motion, $30,212.91.
Are you going back to the meeting prior?
Right.
25,662 plus 4550 is 30,212.91.
When I put that as the original agenda item, was to approve $30,212.91.
I didn't have it.
Chris,
Right.
how they vote? They vote?
I make a motion to pay the $30,221.91.
That was the original.
And the
motion.
transfers.
Motion.
So you've had the original motion, been voted on, now let's just do the vote. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. That finishes the vote.
There you go. Keep it on that vote. Consideration approval login of $470.64. What is that in regard of? I think that's all I put down here.
Consideration approval of payment of $470.64, Calvin Son, for reimbursement for lodging expenses with solid waste conference, which includes mileage, lodging, and per diem. Amount of $470.64.
Okay, I got an invoice here you give me for $296.40. And
Gotta add the hotel already.
two problems I've got here with this. One is it don't have PO. The other one, any travel or anything supposed to be clear with me before it's done. Matter of fact, I even called and canceled the motel room for it because it wasn't mandatory. You don't have to have it.
So,
And either you all cleared it or you took it upon yourself to go ahead and go do it, and then I get a bill here with no PO. We don't just go buy something and not get a PO. We only get approved
so
for
what you're
PO.
saying is you're picking and choosing. You're not paid, you ain't paid none of ours since January 7th, so you're not gonna pay Calvin's either?
I haven't paid mine, I haven't paid Roy and Earl's. If it's mandatory, they've all been paid.
It's mandatory.
It ain't mandatory.
Well, according to what the administrative code says, but we'll get back to the
If you got your
meetings.
administrative
I'll
code,
do it.
read what it says, where it says all travel must be approved by.
Let me read this to you here first.
executive order.
On page 22 of the administrative code, Breathitt County Administrative Code, paragraph D, we've all, it's not these meetings and questions, you say that's not legal or illegal or whatever they are, okay? Paragraph D says the judge executive, that's you, shall write and sign all warrants, that means checks, direct the treasurer to make payment authorized by the fiscal court.
Okay.
We've got checks in there right now for our training that's been rolled out that you will not sign.
Read on over in your book there about that, we're all training, is everything is approved by the executive.
We've already approved it. We
You're the
approved,
executive, oh, that's the only problem.
all you need to do is sign the check.
Only
Which
thing is
you pick and choose, but that's okay.
It has to be approved by me, it don't say approved by
What
me.
to say that?
You know, you've read that enough, you know what's in there.
I guess everything has to be approved with you, right?
What if we're gonna pay bills, I reckon?
Well, we've already approved, the
Did
checks
you
and questions.
did you prove his travel? Before he went
It's on the
to it?
agenda right now, ain't it?
Did you prove his travel? That has to be.
You
approved.
didn't.
That has to be, he didn't ask me.
You asked him, Gal?
Judge, whenever you took office, I told you that I was happy that you'd won, that I felt like that we had a judge that would travel with me and would go to the Lake Cumberland Conference and any training we have in Frankfurt. And of course, you said you'd be happy to go. And then of course, through the years or the months or differences, you never told me not to go. I mean, that's training that's encouraged by the state. That's helps me with my job. That's where we learn about new grants. That's where we learn how to administer the grants better that we've got. So basically, I mean, you don't want me to have the tools necessary to do my job, the education necessary to do the job?
That's the only thing that I didn't do was tell you not to go.
All right, well, you never told me not to go. I've went every year for 16 years since I've been a solid waste coordinator, so why should this year be any different?
Well, maybe it shouldn't be, but from now on, I mean, if people was gonna pay it, I mean, I don't want to pay the bill, they pay the bill.
Well, I mean, you didn't sign the hotel check for me to take.
Anything else, nothing, no travel, and I said the same thing about, other things, even the corner, if it wasn't mandatory, they didn't do it. If it's mandatory, they've done it. And I pay, and you all pay for it, taxpayers pay for it, not me.
So we get right back to
But,
you.
So you don't want us to get the training we need to do our jobs?
just telling you that no PO was issued, and it was clarified with me before, but I did tell him not to go, I will say that. And, consideration approval for $470.64 for reimbursement.
I'll make a motion, pay the man.
Second?
Roy Darrell,
Oh,
Ray Moore,
Aye.
Al Changer,
Aye.
Donnie Bush.
Aye.
Motion carries. I think that has got it down to, I'm gonna turn the floor over to you there, Catherine, on Helping Hand.
Well, thank you all for having the time to speak here on the commissions. I gave you all a packet from over there that's got our request, details, some of the programs that Helping Hands does and their budget. And, on, the page that says Helping Hands Christian Resources, this page here. It tells for our food program, all the pounds that we distributed and the dollar value, the market value. Last year in TPAP alone, in 2018, we distributed 39,615.27 pounds. And that was not including the CSFP that is over 46,000 pounds. And all that cost us was $118.15 going through God's pantry. So that was a blessing to us. All this takes place while we don't have our own location. We've been in New Hope and we're now currently on Quicksand Road. But the point that I need to make is that our vehicle is the most important asset that we have, because we don't have expensive overhead with electric and rent, but we can't transport food without a van. So this is the year that we are in need of having tires to purchase, and there's some repairs that needs to be made, and that comes to estimated $2,500. So any amount that fiscal court can put toward that in a donation, we would greatly appreciate. You don't have any questions?
Okay. You know, here's Catherine there, and she's asked them for the court to step up, and it is a good organ. I mean, it is good. I see Catherine out all the time, and we've got a lot of these people in it. I mean, that probably wouldn't have to if it wasn't for this program.
Still operate down in New Hope?
No, in July, we moved to Quicksand Road with Mountain Sheffield.
I make a motion, give it $2,500 reserve.
Include the transfer in there.
Second.
Transfer also.
Ray Moore made a motion to donate $2,500 to Helping Hands, and also approve budget transfer to put it in that account. Who seconded that? Donnie Bush?
Aye.
Roy Darrell? Ray Moore?
Aye.
Al Changer?
Thank you all very much. Yes.
All right, I consider a motion to adjourn.
I got one thing. Because I want to explain our FEMA.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I didn't know where I didn't see it.
No, I don't think it's on there. I just want to let the court know that yesterday I got both of my partial payments billed out for PW 192, which came over $186,000. And also, we got the flex sent in for reimbursement that you all paid, and then when this 30,000 is paid, we'll send that in. So you all should have about close to $500,000 coming back for reimbursements.
Good job.
And I have to do Bridget Warner, she ain't gonna tell you that, she's a tremendous blessing to this county, and, she's always, I can go ask her for stuff that ain't nothing to do with the road department, and I guarantee you she had it come in just a little bit, and I appreciate her for that. And, not just her, but I mean, we got a lot of good workers, but, Breathitt is gonna be on the look. And this morning she was texting me before 7 o'clock, I mean, people in the office, but,
Judge, may I make a comment?
well, you can. I didn't put a sheet out, go ahead.
I just have two comments. One, on that Hudson bill, it's just my suggestion as a citizen that you try to whittle down those late fees. I would think you could work with him on that. I know you voted to pay it, but I would think you could work with him on that. That's just my suggestion. Number two, as a citizen, as far as Charlotte's concerned, I suggest that the court talk about ways that you can help her rather than giving this position. That's my suggestion.
We had a meeting set up, actually, Brandon, discussed that. It's on Monday when the judge got back at 10 a.m. We went to the judge's office, I don't know nothing about it. Charlotte didn't show up. So that ends that discussion.
Take a motion.
And Judge, I just want to say, I mean, as a fiscal court, pursuant to statute, you do need to set her salary. She was appointed, and you guys know this, of course, but I mean, I'll end up having to file something. Of course, you guys will do it if you don't sit down and do it. So please go ahead and address it if you can in the near future. And I think she was appointed back on July the 1st, August 1st, I'm sorry. So that's, so it'd be retroactive at that time, so you guys need to look at that definitely, and it's an issue you need to take in.
Surrounding counties, some counties has got a, deputy judge, that they pay them a salary. Some of them is just a title on it, just in case they sign papers, in case the judge can't be there or whatever, And my issue is, the biggest issue is, I don't know where you're gonna get the money to pay her. Because when the budget was issued, for this new fiscal year, which started in July, I mean, it's cut. And he can say, he'll tell you that it's cut to the bone. I don't know, they're suggesting $45,000. I don't know where you're gonna get the money, plus benefits, I mean. And according to what I understand it, and the judge won't agree with this, her term ended as treasurer on June the 30th.
Oh, I didn't disagree with that.
Okay.
She already had finance.
You tried to form another position, which that's another argument. Then you tried to put her in the deputy judge, but you did to August the 1st. Correct?
Yeah, but she was finance officer and health insurance coordinator.
Until
Frank ruled that she gets that position.
Frank's already ruled.
That's right. And that's when Charlotte was sworn in.
So there's a gap in between, and we've already discussed that.
Y'all got papers, Mitch got the papers, the labor board won't get in. She has to be, her insurance and all her retirement, everything, it should have never missed a payment. And it
Can you
had.
address that? Brandon, on
Well, we did have a meeting and tried to, this is why Judge was out of town. Okay. And we did have a couple of matters there, and I called Charlotte, had her on the phone. That was the day that Becky had her sworn in as well, that Becky would have her sworn in. And we were trying to find remedies for the situation, okay? So what we did was, we did set up a meeting Monday, because there were pushes by some maybe to get something done that day. I advised them to wait till the judge got back to have him involved on Monday, okay? That was set up on Monday, it never transpired. I was in district court, so, and we are where we are here. So, there was an effort, and I'm not gonna there was an effort that I was involved in to try to solve this problem, but we are where we are. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, I'm not gonna reveal anything that was done in that, because it's confidential between my attorney-client privilege, but there was a serious attempt made, and lots of issues were addressed to try to remedy the issue. I've actually made offers to try to remedy the issue in my office, but nothing's been done, so it's where you guys have left.
We did come to the judge's office, meet with Charlotte and the judge at 10 o'clock. He said he didn't know nothing about no meeting and she wasn't there, so that means that. We did show up.
And I've not received any papers that she's gonna sue us.
Oh, I didn't say shooting, I thought they were gonna check in, it was for, all that to be paid.
I don't think Charlotte was able to come. And Charlotte should have never been told she didn't have insurance. At the time, she did have insurance because she was still employed here. But the day y'all had the meeting, Charlotte had a doctor's appointment.
But Charlotte was.
Charlotte told us-
Charlotte was here
one
that-
that agreed to meet us before she went to.
At 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Charlotte told us over the
But Charlotte
phone.
talked to you all on
1
the
o'clock,
phone.
she
You
had a-
all had an agreement. She could not work in this building, but she could work in another
We didn't
building.
agree on nothing.
I know you did, Donnie. That was part of the plan.
We
She
didn't
wasn't
agree, we
allowed
didn't
back
agree
in
either.
here.
We did not agree to nothing.
This was what I was told.
That's agreement.
That's what you were telling her.
Ask Brenda.
I was right.
Hold on, here's what I was told, I was gonna say something to Brendan there when he said that. He said he had a couple masters over there, he had all three masters over there, not counting Roy Darrell, and he had Crystal over there. And she told me she said if you all told her that she would take it that day, that you all would back up and pay her insurance for a month. But she didn't know that day,
And I told her that.
Which is
That's
what
what I
she
was
wanted,
And
which
Judge-
is what she wanted.
and she didn't give y'all no answer.
No, Judge, I wouldn't let it.
No, until she talked to
She needed
you.
wait to talk to you.
Right.
That's why Monday, at 10 o'clock.
She didn't give no answer, she said that she would, but she didn't.
That's what she was wondering, but she didn't give you an answer whether she would take it or not until she talked to you.
And then you all came in, then you all come in there, and I didn't know nothing about the meeting. 'Cause I was gonna
That's
be
true,
Brandon.
I had told you that, so you had to do it back.
But
until
y'all
9 o'clock, so.
y'all obligated to do that, so y'all need to try to sit down and work something out. And like I said, we're motion to adjourn this meeting.